Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all know Goli. They are the masters of taking those things we should take, like vitamins or apple cider vinegar, and turning them into a delicious gummy treat. Today we're tackling their pre plus post probiotic gummies. They promise to be a two-in-one gut health powerhouse, and they taste great. But in the serious world of gut health, where we need to live effective bacteria, we have to ask, is this real gut support? Or is it just another piece of fruit flavored candy? Let's find out if they're truly worth it. The pitch for these Goli probiotic gummies is pure convenience. They combine two essential elements of gut health. First, probiotics. These are the good bacteria themselves, which Goli claims will colonize your gut and improve digestion and immunity. They often list popular shelf stable strains like Bacillus subtilis and Bacillus coagulans. Prebiotics. This is the food for the good bacteria already in your gut and the ones you are introducing. This formula usually contains things like chicory root fiber or inulin. By putting into a delicious shelf-stable gummy, Goli makes taking your daily gut health supplement as easy as grabbing a treat. They eliminate the need for capsules, refrigeration, and bad taste. Here's where we get technical. The effectiveness of any probiotic is determined by two major factors: CFU count, or also known as colony forming units, and survival rate. While Goli often lists specific strains, the total CFU count in gummies is typically significantly lower than what you find in high quality capsules. It is difficult to pack billions of live organisms into a small gummy. More importantly, the heat required to manufacture a gummy can often kill off a large percentage of those live cultures. Goli wisely uses spore-forming strains like Bacillus coagulans. These strains are naturally hardier and more resistant to heat and stomach acid than common strains like Lactobacillus. This makes them much better suited for gummy formats as they can survive the manufacturing process and the trip through your stomach. The reality is that while the gummy format is the weak link, the choice of highly resilient Bacillus strains gives these gummies a much better shot at quality working compared to gummies that use weaker, non-spore forming bacteria. The biggest counter argument to the real support claim is the sugar content. You are taking these to improve the microbial balance in your gut. However, most gummies, including Goli, contain a couple of grams of added sugar or sugar alcohols per serving to make them taste like candy. Why is this a catch? While a few grams won't hurt, excessive sugar is the primary food source for the bad bacteria and yeast we are trying to control. It creates a slight paradox. You're feeding the good bacteria with prebiotics while also giving a small unnecessary treat to the bad bacteria with sugar. You're paying a convenience tax in both money and sugar content. If you're already eating a high sugar diet, the small beneficial dose of bacteria here is fighting an uphill battle against the rest of your diet. So, are the Goli probiotic gummies worth it in 2025? My final verdict is that they are worth it, but with caveats. They are not high because the use of resilient Bacillus strains in prebiotics means you are genuinely getting some effective gut support. This is a great gateway probiotic for someone who absolutely hates pills or is just starting their gut health journey. However, they are not the best option. If you are dealing with chronic, serious gut issues, you should opt for a high CFU multi-strain capsule product, often refrigerated. You get a much higher dosage and no added sugar. For convenience and maintenance, Goli is fine. For serious results, stick to capsules.